Hello and welcome back to another video. As you can tell, today's video, Grand Moff Tarkin. Word. This guy is kind of hard to find right now, and I don't really know why, because I don't really see him as a figure anybody really would want to play with. It's always the toys you least expect to be rare. For some unknown reason, these are getting pretty hard to find for people. I don't really see it as a figure that would be hard to find. I mean, you'd think they would produce enough of these, but that's the thing about the Black Series. They don't produce enough of the things people want, and that's an issue. So where did I find mine? I went to Think Geek at the mall. I feel like if you can't find a figure, that's probably the best place to go. They had at least 4 of these. I don't know, guys. Maybe you're just not looking in the right place. The issue is everybody's like, oh, I'm just gonna go to Walmart and grab my figures. It doesn't work that way. Oh, I'm just gonna go to Target. Oh, look, they don't have it either. You know, I don't know if people just don't have these stores around. I think if you go to GameStop too, you can probably find Tarkin and Lando. So yeah, I don't know. So if you have a Think Geek anywhere where you can drive, definitely go stop there if you're looking for Tarkin or Lando, the new Lando, whatever you're looking for, they probably do have it. And if they don't, they can probably order it for you. I don't know if Walmart will order those for you or Target, but I do know Think Geek will, and they'll go out of their way to help you out. So I'm not sponsored, but hopefully that's helpful. So while I was at Think Geek, I did check out actually the new Darth Vader helmets from the Black Series. Those are really nice, actually. It comes apart all the way, everything, just like the real helmet, I guess. And it's all magnets, and it does have voice recordings and stuff, I think. And the amount of detail is pretty intense, to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting it to be that nice, but anyway, I might get one. But here's what I did get while I was there. Tarkin and Vader. I feel like if I'm gonna buy one, I gotta buy the other, right? So this is the Vader that was pretty much the upgrade from the first one that came out with the removable helmet. And this one's pretty nice, but came out of the box with really loose joints. So today's video, obviously, is about Tarkin. We're going to review Tarkin and his droid. And I'm going to give you my opinions on him. So let's get into it. So first of all, we have the box. Grand Moff Tarkin. Nice picture of him. Or not nice, because he's not. Star Wars The Black Series. Number 63. And the information. An ambitious, ruthless proponent of military power, Wilhoof Tarkin became a favorite of Emperor Palpatine and rose rapidly through the Imperial ranks. Wow. That is the least interesting tidbit of information I've ever learned. We're just going to put him over there. Out of view. So, first of all, how is the head sculpt? Meh. Head sculpt is pretty good. I mean, it looks like Tarkin. We do have some straggliness there from the plastic. But overall, I think this is a pretty good representation of him. And the hair looks great. He's got his usual disappointed face, and just like Lando, molded eyebrows that are painted over. The nose looks great. I mean, it looks like him, obviously, unless you're blind, which is not so obvious. So something I'm going to touch on more in these reviews is character design and if it works well with the figures. So with this design, obviously we got his usual uniform, and it does have a leathery feel to it, and it looks pretty good. It works well with the articulation, I think. I don't think it looks bad, but the sagging in his pants, which is what the officers look like, is kind of goofy looking with the holes for the pegs in it. Boots look like boots, and as you can tell, there's a lot of little details. Focus. He's got tools or whatever, and his ranking. Good job. And the character design for this figure looks great, as you can tell. So let's get into articulation. Head articulation is nothing like the new Lando. This is the usual Black Series. Not a whole lot of movement you're going to get out of him. You can get his downward look and a little bit up. Not much. But obviously you're going to have him looking like that most of the time. Arms. Ooh, that was tight. We had this weird thing going on now that I've noticed more and more with these newer figures is their arms bend in the opposite direction. They hyperextend, which is not good. There's a whole lot of movement in the wrist on this figure, which is great, even though he doesn't have any weapons or anything. He can get quite a lot of movement out of both. You can always give him a blaster. But yeah, that's pretty nice to have that much movement on this character especially. We have ball joint in the hip, torso area, I guess. Not a whole lot of movement in the legs, which is to be expected. I don't think you're going to have him in any crazy poses or anything. But that's about the extent of it. So, obviously hips. There is a bevel on his upper thigh, just like normal. He does have the double knee articulation. He can kick himself in the butt. And not a whole lot of movement on the boots. Just the usual movement that you're going to get out of these. Now for accessories. So, he only comes with one accessory, which kind of stinks. I wouldn't say that it's a bad thing, but I also don't think it's anything special. This is kind of a thing that could come with Darth Vader even. So I guess we should get into details. I don't like this. It's designed to make it seem invisible, but because it's not crystal clear, it's kind of fogged, I guess. It kind of does stand out. But I get what they were trying to do. But it does look pretty decent with other figures, I guess. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. So, paint job on this is great. They did take the time and put the effort into this, even though it's not much. You get all these tools hanging off of it. Does that move? Nope. It's a ball. This is the droid that tortures Leia, for those of you who don't know, and I don't really think it needs to come with Tarkin. I think you guys could have gave him a blaster or nothing even. So yeah, that's pretty much that, and I'm going to talk about it even more now. So as far as figures go, I don't really think much of this one. It's pretty bland, pretty boring. It does look good, and it does end up becoming a great addition to the collection, and he looks great next to Vader. However, I don't really think the accessory was even worth it. It doesn't look that great. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it does kind of stick out, especially if you have it in front of characters that wear black, like Darth Vader. It really does stick out pretty bad. I think I would have taken this character without an accessory. That's just... So honestly, I think it's a necessary figure, but I also don't think it was really necessary. You know, did we need a Tarkin? Maybe. But I think if they would have released it in a 2-pack with another officer, maybe, or a Death Star worker dude, that would have been pretty much a lot better. Or even done a special edition drop with Vader and him and this droid. I mean, that would have been great. So that's just my opinion. The attention to detail on these newer figures is pretty good too, to be honest. They are putting forth a lot more effort in the face sculpts, which is great. I think somebody said they're using facial scan, or I don't know how they do it with him. But I know they used the facial scan with the new Lando, and that turned out great. And this one looks great. The paint apps are getting way better, and the clothing looks great. So that's my review of Tarkin. Next video will probably be the Jawa, and then I will go from there. I'm thinking Vader, then whatever else I have. So